I Will Be Okay Thursday, and for this week's topic, I will be talking about the difference between infatuation and love. Now, one of my best friends asked me to make a video about this, and I immediately said yes, but then I had an afterthought, and I asked myself, am I actually a credible source for this topic? And then two things happened. I realized how much I have experienced infatuation, and so knowing what love is not helps us to know what love is. So the second thing that happened is I said something to someone and I hurt their feelings a couple weeks ago, and after I said it and after I saw that it hurt them, I immediately said this self-deprecating remark, something along the lines of like, well, what do I know? You know, all of my relationships have failed, so don't listen to me. And one of my best friends corrected me and she was like, Tasha, just because your relationships haven't worked out doesn't make you or them failures. You have continued to try, you've continued to learn from your mistakes, and because of the various experiences you've had from all of your different relationships, maybe you're actually a more credible source to give advice on relationships. And I was like, that's why she's one of my best friends. How I'm going to organize this video is as such. First, I'm going to go into detail about what infatuation is, how to recognize it, and then how to handle it. Then I'm going to go into what love is, how to recognize it, and then how to appreciate it. Alright, so if you look up the definition of infatuation, it says that it's an intense, short-lived passion or admiration for someone or something. Now, in analytical psychology, it is believed that true love cannot be experienced until we know and love someone beyond our projections of them. So essentially, it's really loving who that person is and not just who we think they are. Infatuation I have found to be very much based in appearance, in body, in your image, in people's projections of you. It's very surface level, so here's how to recognize it. If you have only known someone for a very short amount of time and they're already giving you lofty compliments, like for example, if after 1 week of knowing someone they tell you that you're perfect, run. Like I said, infatuation is very much based in body, so people who are infatuated with you will tend to reduce your interactions to one of these few things: having sex with you, only complimenting really on how you look and not so much on who you are as a person, or they will consistently put you on a pedestal. So there were more than a handful of dudes that I've been with in the past where, let's say I wanted to have like a serious conversation with them, but then they would continually try to spin it back into something sexual, and I was kind of like, okay, that's pretty rude. But at the time when I was younger, I accepted that treatment even when I really did need to speak with them about something serious. So if you want love but someone is only lusting after you, call it out. Tell them how they're making you feel. Their reaction will tell you a lot about their intentions with you. One of my exes, I remember anytime he like wanted to be more sexual and I wasn't back, he would get extremely angry with me, and that is a horrible sign, okay? Allow yourself to be upset. If someone is reducing you to just a sexual object, your body, the way you look, or making you feel out of reach, just remember that you are more than their projections, you are more than a sexual object to somebody, and you deserve the respect that you want. And if you are upset, you should honor the fact that you are upset, because that's something inside you telling you like this is not working. Now let's say that you don't want love and you're okay with somebody just being infatuated with you. Like for example, if you're in a part of your life where you're just kind of looking for things that are casual, I think that's perfectly okay. I think it's perfectly okay to enjoy short-lived passions. My only advice would be to maybe just state that that's what's happening, because I think that there's, like I said, nothing wrong with it as long as people are truly on the same page. Now let's talk about love. love is really hard to define. You know, you hear people say, you know, love is a feeling, it's very much based in emotion, love is action, love is caring about someone so deeply that compromise, have them in your life, comes naturally. But in my opinion, I think love is all of that. Love is how you speak to someone, what you do to someone, what you do for someone. And it's usually pure and deeply affectionate and positive. And it's not just about the way you look, although it can include that. It's about who you are as a person. Now here's how I've recognized love in my life. Your interactions and your conversations are meaningful. Like, they have a certain depth to them, and they involve who you are as a person. They show up for you emotionally, even physically. They genuinely include you, and in doing so, they don't really leave room for you to ask questions about their intentions. They actually know you, and they don't say I love you until they actually know you. They won't put you on a pedestal. They'll uplift you, but they'll meet you there. You will genuinely feel like yourself around them, and they will too. And lastly, I think that you'll genuinely feel validated as a whole person. Not just as an object of somebody's affection, but as a person who someone feels is genuinely special to them. And it's not because of what you are, but because of who you are. Now here's how to appreciate love. Say you want love, enjoy it. Take a chance. It doesn't always come around often, and we're not always ready to receive it. So if you find yourself in a space where you and another person meet and there's something genuine there, go for it. We've been taught that length of relationships is equal to success of relationships, but that is simply not true. I know people who've been in horrible relationships for like 10 years plus. So it's not about time, it's about something being real. So don't let fear get in the way of that, because I know for many people that I've met, sometimes they're afraid, like, what if this doesn't last? And the truth is that some things don't last, but that still doesn't mean that they weren't real and aren't real and won't be incredible for you to experience. Now let's say that you don't want love and somebody is offering you love. Be honest with them. Tell them exactly where you are, how you're seeing things, so that that person can process and move forward and potentially move on with a different person who does want to receive love. It's okay to be in a place where you don't want to receive. You have to honor how you feel, even if it hurts other people, because in my opinion and in my experience, the sooner that you are honest with somebody, the better, because the longer you wait, the more you're gonna hurt somebody. Now I want to end with 2 quotes by James Baldwin, which I really love, and I'll explain how I believe each of these correlates to the topic I spoke of today. Love does not begin and end the way we seem to think it does. Love is a battle, love is a war, love is a growing up. I believe at its foundation that love helps us grow. It makes more space for us to become who we believe we are meant to be in this world. Love isn't always easy and beautiful, but I think it is always essentially good for us, even if love isn't always perfect on the surface. Now the second quote is, I think the inability to love is the central problem, because that inability masks a certain terror, and that terror is the terror of being touched. And if you can't be touched, you can't be changed. And if you can't be changed, you can't be alive. Whatever interaction you find yourself in, whether it's casual, serious, deeply loving, lustful, I really do feel like each experience can still serve a purpose and teach us more about ourselves as long as we're willing to find those lessons and transform. And I believe in finding those lessons, we love ourselves, the most important relationship there is. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. As well, if you are interested in taking one of my transformational courses with Verge 42, I will be leaving a link in the description of this video so that you can sign up if you are interested. So thank you so much for your support, and I hope to continue to see you on my channel.